Today is our spookily cute episode where we have some absolutely cute pets with even cuter costumes. You don't want to miss this HOWL-oween episode of Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade. I'm Dr. Stephen Hansen. I'm Kelsey Dickerson, and this episode is brought to you by 3TV. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. And our Halloween special is sure to be absolutely adorable. And today we have some incredible pets with incredible stories. But first, we just have to show off how cute these adorable puppy eyes are. We'll introduce you to Leo in just a bit. And plus a wonderful transformation for adorable Abe here. You'll love just how far along he's come with his time at AHS. And of course, we can't forget about our kitten friends. We'll introduce you to Binksy here in just a few minutes, but we just saw how cute he is. It's officially time to meet our first pup of this show, and in case you missed his adorable puppy eyes, make sure to take a look right there one more time. And Lisa, what is this little chicken and waffles story?
Well, this is Leo, my little chicken and waffles friend here. He was a Project Reach Out from the reservation in southern Arizona. Him and his litter mates came in and they weren't feeling very great. And so they took a stop in our trauma hospital to see our vets and our technicians there. And they were given a little bit of medication and then off to foster they went. And now they're back and they smell beautiful and they just got baths. And little Leo here, 12 weeks old, is going to be ready for his home now, thanks to his foster family. And please keep in mind, if you're adopting, you have Halloween candy left over this weekend. Make sure all of that stuff is up. The wrappers are going to be exciting for our kitty friends, and chocolate is, not good for any of our pets. So please make sure that your candy's up and away from pets. Any decorations you have are up and away and safe, because when we're all on our little sugar high from all of our candy, our friends are going to be wanting those wrappers and the leftover chocolates. So just make sure your Halloween safety extends to through this weekend until you eat up all that candy.
Absolutely, and chicken and waffles sounds good today for us, and it's absolutely adorable as a puppy costume, but not good for our puppy friends. Thank you for that reminder, Lisa. And we have an absolutely adorable litter on today's show, and our first one is almost named after a pretty famous cat character. Who is this wonderful kitty, Perry?
This is Binksley, a little 9-week-old male. Came in over the counter with 2 other kittens, 3 in the total litter. You're going to see some of them on the show today. And was so young, went to our bottle baby ICU, was actually fed with a syringe for quite a while, moved on to gruel to try to gain some weight, and then eventually went to a foster home to gain even more weight. And the fosters, I will tell you, just did a great job on this little kitty. He is extremely sweet, a little timid at times, but boy, he is just loving the little shoulder rubs right now. He is a really, really gorgeous little kitty. Going on with the theme of safety, just like 4th of July, have that safe place in your house. It doesn't have to be a room. A room is ideal. If you don't have a room, then a corner would be really, really great too. Keep them in that area, put the radio on, quiet music of some sort. Their food, their toys, their water, whatever they're used to would make them feel really, really good. And, I know a lot of people like to take their pets with them on trick or treat, but I see this every year. People struggling, kid in one hand, baby stroller in another hand, and the dog leash. That's not a good idea. I would leave the pet at home, be safe about it, have a great time out there, and maybe you'll see some pets in people's homes, but just have a great time and always use your head.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that important reminder. We want to keep our pets safe at home so they're not ending up in our shelters. Thank you so much for that, Perry. And earlier this week, we celebrated National Black Cat Day. And while we celebrate these gorgeous felines every day, we want to show off some of our adoptable panthers. Black cats may get a spooky reputation around Halloween, but they're just as loving and cuddly as any other feline. We want to change the narrative around these amazing kitties. Help us find forever homes for these sweet cats that you see on your screen by giving them the love they deserve. You can adopt a little black panther of your own by visiting azhumane.org/adopt to see all of the wonderful cats looking for their forever homes. And for anyone who knows how to cook, you know how important spices are to help create a masterpiece dish. Well, we think pepper here is the perfect ingredient for any family in need of a loving bun. And you know what? I see two bunnies here, Janine. Which one is the adoptable one?
Well, this is my cousin, Pepper. And we actually, right now, 0 adoptions for all of our critters. So someone needs to go get Salt. And then you'll have a little set, because they really do much better in pairs. This little bun was part of a confiscation case. It was hoarding, and it was, had really bad situation, and now she is just perfect. It's the softest thing ever. Sweet, gentle, was actually grooming me. It was amazing, because I'm like, they feel very comfortable and they start like licking your fingers, and just, it's just, I can't believe how perfect this little bunny is. Well, maybe I'm a little partial. So right now we have to also think about safety for the HOWL-oween, because there are jack-o'-lanterns that people put live candles in them, not just the little battery operated candles. So you really have to make sure your pets are not going to knock those over and create a hazard. There's a lot of pre-wired decorations that they can chew the wires, and that's very dangerous. But otherwise, they're just, like they're saying, be smart about, the things you can do. And, costumes are fun for them, but if they're not digging it, then take a picture, take it off, and just put it on Instagram. So, but look at this little guy, Pepper. Oh my gosh, you guys gotta come down and get him.
Oh my goodness. I don't know, Janine, you guys match, you color coordinate. Maybe you'll have to take him home. Thank you so much for those important safety tips. And don't change that channel. We're gonna show you this pup's absolutely amazing transformation and how your support helps save lives like his each and every day. That's coming up after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, every week we tell you about some absolutely incredible pets and their stories, but we're not always able to show you the transformation and the journey that they take before we're able to introduce them here. So we're always so excited to be able to take you through the entire journey of a pet when they come into the Arizona Humane Society until when they find their forever home, which could not be done without your support. This is the story of Dobby.
So the first time I met Dobby, I was doing my morning meds, and it was him with all his siblings actually. And I was like, oh, one's limping, how sad. And it was him, just a sad little boy.
Well, when I first saw him, he was really not feeling very well. He was definitely in pain. He was injured. He had a really bad fracture of his elbow. He was really painful. Because of all that he went through medically, he was living with it here for quite a while because he developed pneumonia. So we didn't want to put him under for his amputation. He was also really little when he came in. We could tell he needed to be in ICU under extensive care, and our technicians took great care of him.
But in there, he was getting the nebulization, which is basically like the humidifier to help his little lungs. And then he was getting compage, so he's like basically getting burped twice a day, every day.
The pneumonia, I think, was probably the scariest thing. And then another scare was definitely when he had that abscess that was so close to his fracture, because we didn't want that to get infected.
His leg was hurting so bad for him, but you would never be able to tell if you didn't see his leg. He just had the best personality. He was so sweet, wanted to kiss everybody, get pets from everybody. He was the sweetest thing.
I had signed up for foster care, so she brought him up and said that he had a hurt leg. And I said, yeah, let's go for it. And got 15 minutes down the road and decided we're going to adopt him. I think it was the instant connection, and he just automatically jumped up and cuddled up, into your shoulder and just started kissing.
You get a lot of dogs that are really uncomfortable, and they kind of show that. But even then, he was a trooper, and he was like, I'm just happy to be loved. I'm happy for someone to hold me and give me some attention. So every time we did treatments, his tail was nonstop, and he like paw at you, give you lots more love.
Once he was cleared for the pneumonia, we could get that leg all removed, so he wasn't in any more pain anymore long term, and he wouldn't have to be on pain meds for the rest of his life. So we're really happy that Dobby's feeling better now. Of course, we'd love to have fixed Dobby's leg via fracture repair. That's definitely not possible in all patients, and especially in Dobby's case. His fracture was extremely close to his elbow joint, so that would make that extremely hard. In addition, Dobby also had that abscess that was right by that fracture site, so it was infected. So it would have likely just delayed healing for Dobby. So the fastest, quickest way and best thing for Dobby was to get that leg off and to perform an amputation.
Well, it's kind of amazing because, you know, when you think of a tripod, you don't think what they go through. And in the beginning, I thought, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it, but he is a puppy, and they're pretty resilient, come to find out. You know, I thought, well, we're going to help him walk and all this stuff. He took off like nothing flat. He didn't even act like he had a missing leg. He's doing so good because of them. And you don't realize, one, how much money is involved. There's so many dogs like him that people don't hear about. When dogs come into the Humane Society, you think, man, they're just strays or whatever. They don't think about the ones that are hurt, abandoned, beaten. I never thought about it until now.
Dobby was one of those that definitely, you know, needed extensive treatment, and we were very, very so lucky that we have the opportunity to provide that at AHS. To see his personality now that he's like not painful and he's happy and he's, you know, he always had that like sweet disposition about himself, but it's great to see him now that he's like totally not in pain, running around crazy on his 3 little legs. So it's wonderful. It's really great.
He looks amazing. In the foster department, you see a whole circle from when the pet comes in and is injured to it being a completely different animal when it comes back in and being healed from whatever they were in foster care for. I'm just so happy that his foster adopted him. The whole foster department as a whole team was so happy when they found out he was going to get adopted by her.
Majority of their children are mentally disabled or physically disabled of some sort, and a lot of therapy dogs really help these children. So that's what the big plans are for him, because he's helping us and we're going to help somebody else.
So incredible to be able to see Dobby's story and to think that the lives saved just like his are happening each and every day at the Arizona Humane Society, thanks to our community support and thanks to you who watch each and every week. If you're inspired to be able to help even more pets just like him by fostering, adopting, donating, or volunteering, you can find out ways to do that at azhumane.org. And make sure to keep that channel tuned right here to Pets on Parade, because we have some more absolutely adorable pets coming your way when we come back. And welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, while there may not be any Sesame Street monsters joining us today, I think our next pup would make one in particular pretty happy. What do you think, Janine?
This is a little cookie, and you think it could be like an Oreo cookie, or she is just a watermelon fairy. So look at her. She's 3-year-old Cairn Terrier mix. She came in through our field team as a confiscate because she was abandoned. And they took her into our hospital, checked her out, and saw she had a little bit of discharge in her eye, so they started checking, you know, with some meds for that. Next thing you know, they noticed that her abdomen was a little bit swollen. And guess what, folks? She had 6 puppies, and she was in our maternity suite, and she was supervised there, but she actually had the puppies at a foster heroes home, which is amazing. And they got to just witness that and just experience that with her. And now it's her turn to be the center of attention, now that her puppies are all moved away from home. And look at her. She's just adorable. She's easygoing. She's treat motivated, so they still can learn tricks at this age. And she's just a doll. She's so super sweet, very mellow. So she's going to make someone a great pet. November 15th, we have coming up the Vets for Veterans. And it's our mobile clinic on November 15th, and it's going to be free for all veterans for spay and neuters to get prevention for dewormers, flea, and tick. And also, you can do microchips and their vaccines right there with our mobile clinic. So go on azhumane.org/events and you can sign up for it. And next thing you know, you're gonna have this little sweet girl in your home. Look at her. Say, look.
Oh my goodness, so cute. And we want to give a special shout out to our Circle of Friends donors, as well as Jamie Middleton, who is helping make that incredible event happen. Thank you so much for that. And now at the Arizona Humane Society, we are so happy when we see so many pets go into their forever homes pretty quickly. But of course, some of our pets do take a little longer to find the perfect forever home, and we affectionately call them our long timers. Here's just a few of them that we're hoping to find forever homes for. So cute, and you can visit azhumane.org/adopt to be able to find more information about those cuties. And now when I think of our next kitty's name, I can't help but think of the nursery rhyme about Little Miss Muffet. And who is this cutie, Lisa?
Well, this is Tuffet. So Tuffet is one of 3 kittens that came in need of some assistance, and she went straight into the bottle baby ICU for syringe feeding and checkups with the vet, making sure everything is working and everything's going well with these little ones. And look at them now. I want to do a special shout out to all the veterinary technicians here at the Arizona Humane Society, especially for little ones like this kitten, and actually every animal that we show on this show and comes through our shelter. Those veterinary technicians, they are the ones with hands on these pets every single day. They care for them, they feed them, they do the jobs none of us want to do, they clean up after them. They make sure that they get fluids, and they make sure that they're comfy, and they change out their blankets. So these vet techs absolutely are a lifeline for all of these pets, and we couldn't do it without them. And this little one and many of the little ones at the Humane Society wouldn't be here if it weren't for our wonderful vet techs. But Tuffet here is trying to figure out what's going on with my hands. She doesn't really want me to pick her up because she's afraid of these big paws. So Tuffet, 9 weeks old, you'll meet her siblings the rest of the show.
Well, luckily she's not going to grow to get quite as big of paws, but they'll be a little bit bigger. And yes, special shout out to our vet techs. We're so grateful to them. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And how cute is this? While you may not be able to get these adorable pets at Spirit Halloween, you definitely can get them at the Arizona Humane Society. We want to give a huge shout out to our photo, social, and editing teams who worked to put these together as a unique way to show off our adorable adoptable pets this Halloween season. Make sure you follow the Arizona Humane Society on any social media channels you have to stay up to date and on all of the cuteness and fun. And earlier we showed this Sweet Pups before picture of when he was first brought to AHS. And Perry, we still want to show you this adorable little ketchup and mustard. Here he is. Who is this, Perry?
This is little Abe, and he is estimated to be about a 4-year-old. And he's got this very long nose like a poodle, and he's got a coat like a schnauzer, so I'm thinking it might be a little schnoodle boy right here. He was turned in over the counter by a good Samaritan who found him injured. They believe he was hit by a car. He had several abrasions, road rash, right front leg, left hind leg were badly hurt. He still has a wound right back here. He had abrasions all over his abdomen. He was in our hospital for quite a long time, is recovering very, very well now. Those wounds are healing very, very nicely. He is a very, very sweet little boy. He's a little bit timid, a little scared, but he crawled into my arms and he's been great ever since. You know, you saw the video of Dobby, and dogs like Dobby and actually like little Abe right here need foster care. And you know, at any given time we have 500, 600, 700 animals in foster care. We are packed to the gills. We cannot take on 500, 600, 700 more animals in our shelter. So fostering is extremely important. We need fostering for puppies, adult dogs, kittens, adult cats, critters, rabbits particularly. Rabbits need to go in for their quarantine period. So it's extremely important to have foster homes. It is really, really easy. We supply all the medicines, the goods, the food, the bedding, the toys, whatever you need. All you're doing is supplying the home in a loving environment. Go to our website, azhumane.org/foster, and start the process. It's very rewarding, believe me.
Truly, and you are one of our wonderful puppy fosters, and speaking from experience, it just is so wonderful to see that transformation, not just physically, but emotionally as well. So we're so grateful for all of our fosters, and we're grateful for you sticking tuned. It's our Halloween episode, so things are getting a little squirrely around here. We'll have more pets for you after the break. And welcome back to our special Halloween episode of Pets on Parade. Now, we saw the Sweet Pup's brother earlier in the show, and now it's time to meet his pumpkin sister. Who is this, ladies?
This is beautiful Aries. So same story as Leo. This was a project reach out from one of the reservation shelters in southern Arizona. Came in and spent some time. This boy and girl are all healthy now. We're saying that she's a little husky shepherd and a pumpkin. So they are ready for adoption now and ready for all of the puppy antics that both of these breeds are going to bring.
And she definitely likes hot dogs. Right now, a fun thing you can do with your kids is, it's a great project, and you take a pumpkin and you put it in a plastic bag, and then you put different kinds of colored, non-toxic paint, and then you close the bag up, you let your dog, you put peanut butter all over it and let them start eating the peanut butter, and then you have a painted pumpkin. And it's a little Picasso, so it's just fun for, just silly things you can do with your animals, and, it's safe. So you got to try it. It's fun.
Absolutely. And it's great enrichment for your pets at home as well. And now we have our last kitty of the show. And I'm a little confused, Perry. Is this a squirrel? Is this a kitty? Who is this?
You tell me. It's Squirrely. And he is a sibling of some of the other kittens we've had on the show today. So same story, bottle baby. Came in as an over-the-counter stray, went to our bottle baby ICU, went to a foster home, doing really, really well now. Look at the really, really pretty. He got squirrel colors. He looks like he's from the wild. One of the things we've been talking about all day is safety for pets, and things that can happen during the holidays with decorations and food and candy and stuff like that is poisoning. So be on the lookout for the signs: vomiting, diarrhea, lethargic behavior, things like that, or signs of an animal not being well. Individually, sometimes animals do have diarrhea, sometimes they do vomit, sometimes they are lethargic. But when you start to see them in combination like that, bad sign, be on the lookout, have your EAC, Emergency Animal Clinic, local one number ready, and just in case something happens.
Absolutely, and there's the ASPCA hotline as well, so thank you for that, Perry. And before we go, and to wrap up our not-so-spooky pit bull features for National Pit Bull Awareness Month, we're here to break stereotypes and show off Gravy's silly photo shoot. These goofy, silly pups are full of love and deserve just as much as any other shelter dog. To see all of our adorable pitties, including Gravy here, out of his costume, you can visit azhumane.org/adopt. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. I have always wanted to do that with my pets, so it's a really cute costume that you can do, and clearly, one that your pets can enjoy. And you know what, maybe you can find some other uses for those sheets as well. We're so grateful for you for tuning in with us, and we hope you have a happy and safe Halloween weekend. We will see you right here next week for another adorable Pets on Parade.